Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's time for my completed pages of the month of October. So I accomplished a lot more than I thought, considering I got sick the last couple weeks of the month. But yeah, I'm actually impressed at how much I got done. I do have a couple whips too. Let's see, and then this was C is for October, so the goal of the alphabet coloring challenge is to try and use my C mediums. So I did use them quite a bit. There's a few instances where I used other things, but excuse me. Let's dive in. So these are the whips first. I actually had a video on my channel for this one. So this is one of the Mariel Budek PDFs. I had bought it last Christmas and never colored, not Christmas, Halloween, and never colored it. So I did this year, and I had done a video. I was using my Pitt pastels for the background, and I just ended up not finishing it. This was just before I got sick. Excuse me. But the pencils are Derwent Color Soft. So the Color Soft is for the C. And Color Soft require a lot of layering. They're not like Prisma where you can just smush everything together. And so I had some fun. I was blending some unconventional colors. Like I used some greens in with the browns on the roof. I was mixing all sorts of waxy, wow, man, I can't talk. Wacky green colors and browns down here. Just playing around with them really to see, especially because they're a layering pencil, you have a little more options, but it turned out okay. I do want to finish this background. It was just taking a while and I was starting to not feel well, so I didn't finish it. This one here is from Hannah Lynn's Halloween coloring book. I scanned it and printed it on the hammer mill paper that I like to use. So this is done with Copics, and in October I had bought the rest of the Copics, but I had started this before all those Copics came in stock, or into my house, I should say. So I was working with my smaller collection, but still I was having fun, and I was in the middle of dealing with COVID, and I just couldn't focus, and I just kind of lost my mojo. And then I'm like, well, Halloween's over. I'm kind of over it. So I probably won't. Honestly, I'm probably just going to discard this. Call it a practice page or something. Okay. From Coloring Heaven's Fantasy Figures Special. I did this one. So I had scanned and printed this on that hammer mill paper again that I like using for marker blending. It's awesome paper. It feels like Express It blending card almost. So yeah, I had done this one also in Copics. I wanted to use my Copics a lot this month, not just for the letter C, but I was planning on buying more. It turned out okay. I'm really new to markers, and so I'm still learning how to do the skin. I outlined it with a white acrylic paint pen, not the Posca though. And then on her necklace, I just used a glitter gel pen, but it might not show up because it's overcast today. But yeah, I mean, I had some fun. I liked how the book pages turned out the best, just because I felt I got that spot on. Everything else, I'm just kind of Okay. From Witch Season by Gianna Prosperina. I did something. Oh, okay. This was, I think, towards the beginning of the month. I used my Prismacolors for everything except background is a few different Distress ink colors. But yeah, this coloring challenge, you don't have to use C's like all month, and I was getting burned out, and I just felt like having this smushy happiness of my Prismas. So I used the Prismas. I like how her dress turned out with those, and This is Amazon Create Space paper, and so when I'm using Prismas, I can't stand how like they don't cover. Prismas do pretty well, but I still end up using like a blending pencil. But still, it was just a fun, quick little one I did with my Prismas. All right, and 50 Stylish Mandalas by Camellia Angel Kova. Oh, it's a whip. I was like, I don't remember finishing one. I had started this with glitter gel pens and lost interest. I sure hope I set those pens aside so I can pick it back up. But yeah, I just got bored of this one and couldn't finish it. But I did finish this one. I believe it is all glitter gel pen. Yeah, I had been incorporating some Bics and stuff, but this month I went back to just glitter gel pens. I need to restock all my glitter gel pens. I'm completely out of most colors, so my combos are getting a little wacky, and I'm using colors that I don't really like, but the sparkle probably won't show with the overcast. But yeah, I did those this month. Oh, this is, I think, a 6-pack on Mariola Budek's website. I can't remember the name of this one, but I had done this at the beginning of the month using the Caran d'Ache Pablos. I did share the hair combo on my Instagram, but I used Pablos for the entire picture, and I really like the way it turned out. I was retrying Pablos. I had tried them a long time ago, and I found them really scratchy, so I returned them. And last month, I think, or the month before, sorry, I'm gonna have to clear my throat a lot because I'm still suffering from the effects of my wonderful COVID. But yeah, I had repurchased them through Blick, and they weren't scratchy. So I don't know if Amazon just had a bad batch or what happened, but yeah, I did this all with the Pablos, just trying it out. The Pablos held up really well with the hair, and I really like the combo. I think it was only like 4 colors. And I tried it out with the skin. I mean, they do require layering, that's for sure. Okay. And then in Whimsical Darlings by also Jana Prosperina. She's becoming one of my favorites. She does some really cute stuff. I had scanned and printed out this one on the hammer mill, and I did this with Copics. There's a little bit of, I don't know if that's going to show. There we go. I used my Nuvo glitter paste on this here, just for fun to use it and see how it worked. And I tried applying it with a brush, so it gets kind of clumpy with a brush, but it was fun to do with the Copics. And you know, the black actually is Ohuhu. I haven't bought the grays in the Copics just because I have so many in Ohuhu, but the black from the Ohuhu bled in when I went to do the skin, so I'm just gonna have to remember to do the skin first. But yeah, the rest is Copic. All right, and then this one here, sorry, is from, I did a live buddy color with Erica from Elm Colors. And we both did Copics on this. This is from a Molly Harrison book. I forgot to pull the book out though, but I had scanned and again printed it on the hammer mill. You're gonna hear me say that a lot this month. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm very new to markers and Copics. I tried a different skin combo this time, and I didn't blend it out very well. So markers definitely have a learning curve, but I'm having fun. Like, you finish a page so quickly. There are some sparkle accents, but you probably won't be able to see them unless I catch just the right light. I used the Spectrum Noir clear sparkle pens. They were gifted to me, and so I put them on her earrings, her necklace, over the moon. And then I used a black glitter gel pen for these little pieces here. Okay, this is a PDF I had purchased last fall from Christine Caron's Etsy. You can also get it in one of her books that are out now. I can't remember which one though. And I had started this on a live stream, and I had done the hair on the live stream with my castle arts. And then I also have a video on my channel with the skin done with the castle arts. So if you want to see how I did this skin, I ended up not buffing it out with my blender. I probably could, but I just left it because I was like, it's fine. But yeah, I did the entire thing with castle art, and I just didn't feel like doing a background. I felt it would take away from everything I had done here, so I left it. But I have finally colored this one. So this one is just from my blue hair tutorial, or not blue, sorry, tealish blue with castle arts. The tutorial is also up on my channel for this one. I didn't finish it. I don't really like using the castle arts for hair, at least not the way I do hair. I found that they're pretty soft, so they do require some sharpening. But also I just, I don't know, I just didn't feel like finishing it. Sometimes I'm in the mood, other times I'm not. Okay. So in Country Farm Scenes, this is a Teresa Goodridge one. Oh, okay. I'm like, what did I color? So I'm gonna leave it there so don't forget to mark it. This is with Derwent Inktense. I had done this with Inktense and a water brush, not my usual alcohol marker, and I was looking to just do a page really quickly. Sometimes you just need to color something and not, like, you know, focus too much on shading or combos. And I mean, I still did. There's like 3 different colors in the pumpkins and whatnot, but I just wanted something quickly done and fun. And I had done this kind of like a artistic palette cleanser, I guess you could call it. But yeah, this is with the Derwent Inktense. I think it turned out pretty cute. And if you like any of these books or are curious about the supplies, I will have them below. I have a visual supply list that you can just take a look at. Okay. This is a Molly Harrison PDF that's on her Etsy. And I had purchased it because it was just so adorable. I think it's in one of her books too, but I had bought the PDF. And I had colored this with Prismacolor, I think. I really need to like start making notes of these things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Prismacolor from the way it's looking. The background, however, is I use like 4 different distress inks to kind of give it like this funky, smoky effect. So there's like a green, purple, blue, and a gray in there. And then I had used 2 different distress inks on the grass, and then just went back over with my pencil to add some accents, but it made it a lot quicker than trying to color it. And then I do have like some of that Spectrum Noir clear sparkle also. It's a very fine sparkle though, so it doesn't show up on camera as well as it does like in person and compared to like Mod Podge and stuff. But I have it coming up off these little steam lines and around the moon. Yeah, that was a fun one to do. Okay, this one is Matt Davidson, I believe. It's weird, his signature, the signatures are usually right there. So this was my channel buddy color. I'm not doing one for November because I'm just getting back on my feet. So I was just too worn out. I did print it on the Nina Desert Storm tan-toned paper. And, you know, I don't even think I shared this with anybody. I don't think I shared it on Instagram. This happened right as I was getting sick. So I had lost all my energy and I was like, I can't do anything. So But yeah, it's, let's see, I used Caran d'Ache Luminance for most of this, and then down here in the grass I kind of did the same thing I did with the Molly Harrison one. I took some green distress ink and then accented with pencil after, and then in fact the background, I had liked how this turned out so much that I used two of the colors, one of the greens and one of the blues, on this one. And I think I used the same greens down here because I just liked how they turned out. So I was having fun playing around with my luminance. I was trying to make like a copper pot instead of like a black one, and so I was kind of playing around with combos. There are not a lot of combos online for copper with luminance, but I think I got it pretty close. But yeah, it was fun to play with my luminance again. I don't use them as often. They're light fast, you know. I kind of save them for more special projects and whatnot. I rarely use them in a coloring book. In fact, I'm trying to think if I've ever used them in a coloring book. But yeah, they're rarely used. So it was fun to kind of refamiliarize myself, and I like the way this one turned out. Okay, in Country Charm, oh, this is a whip. So I had started this with Spectrum Noir Color Tint and Derwent Graphitint, and I hadn't finished it. I should definitely leave this off to the side so I can remember. So yeah, I had used both because they kind of complement one another. You know, there's like a shade of green you're missing with Graphitint, Color Tint has it, and I really don't have much left. And I am activating these with a water brush. And you can belt out pages pretty quick, but what I do is I'll put the base coat, activate it, and then I'll come back in with the graphite and kind of like do some shading and shadows and add some more dimension. So like I did this one last month. So it does take a little longer because you have to wait for it to dry and then draw on top of it, but I still like how it turned out. Okay. So Color Questopia mandalas. I don't normally do color by number, but I did get some mandala ones, and I wanted to try them out. This was ugly. So ugly. I used my Bic Intensity. So I was just like, okay, I'm just going to pull colors that match over here. And with the next one, I learned you definitely need to swatch them out and make sure they look nice together, because I did these colors just following this, and oh my gosh, this thing is hideous. Like, it is so nasty. And I honestly don't know if I could have found colors that would go together. I almost need to like find more rainbow, but no, because there's pinks in there. So yeah, I don't even think there's a way to make this one pretty. It was ugly. So on the next one, this is a combo of Bic Intensity and my glitter gel pens. They're running so low on ink, so I'm like kind of combining them. This one I did swatch them out first so I could make sure they looked a little better together. But still, I don't know about these color by number mandalas, guys. It's like, I kind of feel like they're just throwing 1,000 colors, and they could, you know, use less colors and give you a really pretty palette. I don't know. I'm gonna color a few more and see, but like, yeah, you definitely have to swatch and kind of pre-plan your colors a lot more than you think. So it's not as mindless of coloring as I thought it was gonna be, is what I'm getting at. So it's I'm still having to pick and swatch my colors like I would everything else, so I don't feel like I'm saving my sanity. Okay, from Creative Haven's Autumn Charm, this is the new Teresa Goodrich one. I finished, oh, it's like stuck inside there. Weird. So I had scanned this because the paper in her latest book is really, well, weird. So I had done a live stream at the beginning of this month using Derwent ink tints, and I had finished this one. So this is ink tints with the colorless alcohol blender. And I had finally finished this up. I think I shared it on my Instagram. This month I was just so lazy, but yeah, don't use ink tints on this book's paper. I did a test on one of the pages somewhere in here. Oh, I did it right here, and it was not blending out at all. This paper is really rough. Like the perforations, the perforated edges are, some of the pages are already starting to just like detach. I don't know what happened with the paper on this book. So, I mean, I'm not even going to use my pencils in it. It's like not even Create Space. It's weird. All right, so from Autumn Scenes, also Teresa Goodridge. I know I didn't color this many pages. Some of these markers are from my daughter. Yeah, I was like, I know I didn't do all these. This one I did with Derwent watercolor. It's funny, I used a lot of Derwent in October, and I didn't even think about how much Derwent I was going to use now in November, because it's D is for November. So hindsight is totally 2020. I seriously did this in like an hour. This was another one where I just wanted a quick coloring palette cleanser type of thing, and I just quickly belted it out using my Derwent watercolor pencils with a water brush. They did really well, you know, and I did some blending with some colors, but really I just kept it simple, but it was fun, and just it was super relaxing to just straight color. So, you know, sometimes that can be quite soothing. Okay, Enchanted Faces. So this is one of my 10 books to finish this year, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. But I did color a few pages. So I did this one here. This was with the Castle Arts. They do okay on Create Space paper. I'm not a big fan of the Castle Art pencils. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have to struggle to use them. The background is an Ohuhu marker, but I just stumbled across this fall one, so it was perfect. And then I did use some of that Spectrum Noir clear glitter. I had accidentally had too much, so a little bit of a glitter overload on this one, but it still turned out pretty. Oh, okay. This one, I don't know if it's going to show as well on camera, but this one did not turn out how I wanted, which was a bummer because I was looking forward to doing these sunflowers. But this started with Crayola Signature because I was trying to keep in line with my C is for October. So I had done the sunflowers in the Crayola Signature. I have Crayola Escapes. I actually tried using those this month and I could not stand them. So I'm probably going to give those to my daughter. Oh man, those pencils are awful. The signatures are smoother and a little easier, but they were not working out well on the Create Space paper. So then I switched over to the Starjoy pencils that do pretty well on Create Space paper. The skin did not turn out well, and I don't think I buffed it out. So that was my problem there. But yeah, this was just kind of a hot mess of a page. And then the background, I used the Ohuhu again, the exact same color as the other one, just to fill it in. All right. Then from Layla Dooley's The Flower Year, I decided to color one of the pages for October. This one is a double page spread, and it took forever. Holy moly. So I did this with Faber-Castell Polychromos. A few people joked I must really be sick because I was using polys and not Prismas, and gosh darn it, they were right, because as I was coloring all these leaves, I'm like, oh my gosh, I could have been done like hours ago. Days. This took a few days. So I did something I don't normally do, but I looked up, because in the back of her books she tells you what these flowers are. So example, this is black Bryroni, dog rose hips, white Bryroni. I'm sure I butchered that. So I looked them up and I colored all of these according to the picture that I found. Now, one thing I noticed is it came off very Christmassy. Now, this is in the October section of the book. But yeah, just all the reds made it very Christmassy, but these are the colors of these actual things. So I was like, oh, okay. I guess I should have added more orange or something, but I was trying to get the berries to look as real as possible. And I mean, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I just felt it looked very Christmassy, but yeah, it took a long time. I mean, these leaves here have like 5 different colors. The berries have quite a few. These here, I think, had almost like 6 colors. I mean, I was pulling out browns and mixing in, you know, browns to make shadows. And yeah, I was trying to go for a lot more realism on this one. And holy moly, that takes a while. So, but it was worth it. I like how it turned out. And, you know, the stems and everything just have so much color. They're not just green, they've got reds and browns, and so it was fun. I'll probably do that next time with Prismacolor though, so it's easier to blend because I was just layering for hours. All right, and then last but not least, I finished this one on Halloween. And hopefully it looks better. Yeah, my webcam, unfortunately, I was streaming this on Halloween. My webcam just washes out my pictures and it's really starting to upset me. So I might have to go back to streaming with my phone, but that is questionable. But yeah, like the hair was looking blue and it's black hair. It does have some, let me fix the blind there. It does have some blue in it, but the blue is for the highlight. But my webcam was making it not look as black and shiny. So I was kind of bummed about that. But this is with Cran Dash Luminance for the hair and some of the accents here. Her skin is Prismacolor. Her makeup is Prisma except her lips. I used my Lumies because I was making these blood red diamonds. I used Prismacolor in her dress, and then I used some Derwent Light Fast when I was doing the eyes because I wanted that Arctic blue color. But yeah, I think it still turned out. It's a very creepy picture. I mean, I think she's eating the spider. So, but it was perfect for Halloween. And so I was like, I gotta finish this on Halloween because I don't want to be coloring this one in November. But yeah, you know, Cran Dash Luminance used to be my favorite for hair. On the tan toned paper though, I don't like them on there. I like them on the white Nina paper I use. The tan tone, they don't work as well for me. But I like the way it turned out overall. I'm very happy with it. The skin, you know, I wanted her to be palish and kind of, I added some extra purple to her skin because I wanted her to have like a kind of a palish look to her. I don't know, she's the Spidey witch. She can't look like she's had a suntan or that she's healthy. I mean, she's chomping on spiders. I don't know. Wanted her to look like she's had a few too many doses of venom or something. But yeah, so I like that one. Gosh, I've got, normally I pick a favorite, but I'm so all over the place. Oops, as I drop a book. I do really like the way my Community Buddy color one came out. You know, I do like how this turned out. I just don't like the way the hair turned out as much, just because the paper and the pencils. I like this one too. I mean, I like the one I did in here. I don't really have a favorite this month. There's just, I have such an array of pages that I've done that I can't really pick. So it's up to you guys what you think or which one you like the best. But I like everything I did this month, and you know, using mediums, I haven't ever used. I've never colored with Crayon Dash Pablo, so that was totally new to me. But and then, you know, breaking out mediums that I don't normally use, like my Crayola signatures and whatnot, and Castle Art. So yeah, it was a fun month to play around. November is D, and I have tons of Derwent and just a few other things that aren't Derwent. So it's going to be like the month of Derwent, but that'll be interesting. And of course, I'm still going to incorporate Prismacolor and other things. You know, I have polychromos in here and Prismacolor in this month, because if I just stick to those, I'll, you know, lose my mind. I need my Prismacolors. I need them. They smush and they just make my life so happy. Like I enjoyed doing the skin with the Prismacolors, you know. If I was doing it with Luminance, I don't know. I'm hit or miss with Lumies on skin, but yeah, so thank you guys for checking out my completed pages this month. I hope you had a great October and Halloween, and yeah, for November, I'm going to try and do some Derwent tutorials. If there's any you'd like to see, let me know. I'm going to try and get some, I don't know if I'll do a lot of hair tutorials this month. I've noticed I'm starting to burn out on hair, so I might slow down on some of those. But, you know, I might just do some color alongs. I do want to get at least one full length color along out, or speed color. The reason I haven't been doing them is they're not very popular. Like, you know, I'll get a ton of votes for it, but then no one watches it. So I'm like, and those full length color alongs take like, you know, 12 plus hours of filming time. So that's why I haven't been doing them, but I'm going to try and get one in this month, but I'm not going to guarantee it, because I still am getting over being sick, and it's kind of up in the air. If not, it'll just be more short tutorials. But yeah, so I hope you had a great October. Looking forward to November, you know, Thanksgiving. Yes. My favorite time you can eat, and you can continue to eat like sweet potato casserole for breakfast for a week after. Anyone else do that, or am I the only one? But I definitely do that, and hopefully I can taste and smell by then, because if not, I'm gonna be really crabby. So let's hope for the best there. But yep, I will see you guys for the November completed pages, and until then, take care.